So we are going to start with analysis and design of multi-story building. As in your DOS 1 part, design 1 part, you have studied about the elementary design of uh, uh, structure members, which is slab, beam, column and footing. But all that members are the members which is isolated in terms of you have done your design of beam, which is isolated beam, means simply support beam or cantilever beam, that type of design you have performed. Then same way column design, so you have done a single column design. In slab you have done the simply supported slab, one way slab and two way slab. But in multi-story building you need to perform all this element with the considering the continuous element, right? So how to do that and how you can start with the multi-story building design. For that, this is your this is of any of the architecture plan that you can get to design your building, right? So this is also one of the apartment plan. On each floor there are 4 units, 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 units and each units are having same dimension, same thing. And I'm considering this building as G plus 3 story, means total of 4 story building. And you need to design, you need to analyze your this building and do the design part, right? Why I'm seeing that this is your architecture plan, because this is having with the room dimension, with the uh, uh, window sizes or window place, door place all together, which is given in this plan. But as a structure engineer you require to provide the structural element in your plan, and that plan will become your structure drawing, or you can say the center line plan. So very first thing that you need to do once you get your architecture plan is to convert this plan into center line drawing or center line plan, right? So for center line plan what you need to do is, I'm quickly explaining you. I guess you have done this thing in your laboratory or in your building planning also. So what you need to do in center line plan is, this is your one of the unit of this apartment, and this is one of the unit of your apartment, and all these four three rest of the three are also same, so the design and analysis all together will remain same. Then you must know about this thickness of wall. This thickness of wall you must know for the center line plan, right? Generally the 7 inch thickness somewhere in, if the two layers is given, then 14 inch thickness is provided for the wall thickness. And if I'm considering in mm, so generally the 150 to 200 is the thickness provided for the wall, right? All other dimensions are given over here: living room, kitchen, balcony, toilet, then this bedroom, all these dimensions are given. So what you need to do, the very first thing is to draw the center line plan. Center line plan means this is your thickness of wall. यहाँ पे आपकी thickness of wall है, right? This is your thickness of wall. This is also thickness of wall in this direction. This is also thickness of wall in this direction. So what you need to do, if I'm considering 200 as all these dimensions, these all dimensions are in meter. So I'm considering this dimension as mm. So if I'm considering this is 200 over here, 200 over here, 200 over here. Generally, if precisely if we do, then your external walls are having more thickness compared to the internal walls, right? Because these external walls are more exposed to the atmosphere, more exposed to the weather condition. So the thickness of the external walls are more compared to the internal wall. Sometimes this wall may be of partition wall, the toilet bathroom wall, or other wall of the in between the room also are having the partition wall. So that partition wall thickness is somewhat lesser than the external wall, right? So this way, as per the architecture drawing, you can get this thickness of internal wall and external wall, partition wall from the client itself. So no need to worry about that if we are considering or assuming right now about the same thickness throughout this wall. From this you can see that the thickness of this kitchen wall is given as very much higher than the other walls. So here you can consider somewhat more thickness compared to the other wall as per this graph, sorry, this as per this drawing. So for center line plan, what you need to do is, this is your 200 mm, this one is also 200 mm, this is also 200 mm. All this dimension 2.5 by 3, 1.5 meter wide, this 3 by 2.5. All these dimensions are inner to inner dimension. This is inner to inner dimension, like this, right? So this is 2.5. This is 2.5, right? So this one is 2.5, and inner to inner this dimension is 3. This is your 3 meter, right? So what you need to do is, you need to do सेंटर लाइन प्लान. तो आपको यही प्लान में क्या करना है, यहाँ पे एक सेंटर लाइन ड्रॉ करनी है थ्रू आउट दिस. यहाँ से ऐसे सेंटर लाइन ड्रॉ करो. Right, same way you can have center line from this wall also, like this, right? Same way you have center line of this wall over here. I am just taking all the wall which is in y direction. Y direction means this is your plan, and I am giving sign convention of this plan as x is the horizontal in plan, y is the vertical in plan, right? If I am saying vertical line, that doesn't mean that the vertically placed. This is y or vertical in y direction. Right, then again I am taking the center line of this 200 mm, means 100 mm distance पे आपको ये center line draw करना है, like this, right? So all this y direction line, center line is over. Then next will be the all x direction wall. So again I am considering 200 mm. So when I am taking center line of this wall over here, फिर यहाँ पर भी है आपका, तो यहाँ से आपको ये लेना है, right? Here also it is there, here also it is there, and last is this line. Right, so this is your all center line that you have drawn from your thickness of wall. Once you get this thickness of wall, center line from this thickness of wall, what you can do is, you need to find out, or you can find this distance of the center to center line. ये आप यहाँ से ये distance find कर सकते हो. कैसे? This is 2.5 inside, right? If I am considering this 200 mm thickness over here, 200 mm thickness over here, then this is 2.5, half of from this side, half from this side. So your center to center of this two line, यहाँ से लेके ये लाइन कितना हो जाएगा, 2.5 plus 0.1 plus 0.1. So this will become your 2.7, right? Same way, this is 3, inner to inner is 3. If I am considering this as 200 mm, और इसको suppose मैं from eyes, you can see that this is more than this, so I'm considering that 400 mm. Just I'm considering that, looking to the uh, scale, I'm considering 400 mm thickness. So what will become this center to center distance of this wall, from this wall, this will be 3 plus 0.1 plus 0.4. So here this will become 3.5 meter. All these dimensions are meter. Same way you can find the distance between these two walls. You can find distance between these two. ये तो यहाँ पे आपको मिल गया है, so distance between these two. Same way you can find distance between these two. You can find distance between these two. Right. यहाँ पे ऐसे मिल जाएगा आपको. This also you can find. You can find this wall also. Right. So by this way you can get all the values of your center line. Right? Just tell me, any doubt, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. So this way you can get this center line. First you need to do center line. Okay, once you do the center line of your architecture plan, the next thing that you need to do is to locate your columns. You need to place the columns. Right, the very first element, structure element that you need to place is the column element. Right, so where to provide this column element? Column element you can provide at the corners, at all the corners. Right, you are going to provide the uh, columns. Right, so I will provide column over here, and these are the four corners, so I'm providing this corner, four corners like this. Then I will provide my columns at all the junctions, of the wall. Right, so that column I will going to provide over here. ये यहाँ पे junction हो रहा है over here. Right, then I can provide over here. We'll discuss about the orientation later on, but like this you are going to provide the column where the junctions are there. Right, probably over here also you can provide. So this way here also you are going to provide. Now as I am not able to rotate my this cursor, but is it not, it is not like you are going to provide column like this also. You can provide the, you know, change the orientation in 90-degree. You can provide that column in that way also. Like I'm, if this is your column, I have provided like this. It is not necessary that you are going to provide each and every column like this only. You can provide like this one also. Right, now that is depend on whether you are getting the safer design of column or not. Right, second thing you need to see that by providing any of the orientation of column, whether that column are exposed to the wall or not. If it is exposed to the wall, then it seems not good. So as a structure engineer, what you require to do, you can change your orientation so that it will not expose to the wall. बाहर वॉल पे एक्सपोज नहीं होना चाहिए जो भी आपका कॉलम का है वो. इन वर्स कंडीशन इट इज पॉसिबल टू प्रोवाइड दैट टाइप ऑफ ओरिएंटेशन because of the safer design, but as far as possible you can avoid that expose of the wall, expose of the column with surfaces uh, at the one side, right? So you can provide like this, ये column को ऐसे भी आप रख सकते हो, ऐसे, so that it won't come out from the wall. ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे ऐसे आपने कॉलम रखा है जैसे यहाँ पे रखा है, and if it is easily managed into the wall thickness, then it is okay. If it is not, then it will expose. Like this, you can do the column orientation. So this one is the very first criteria to give the placing of column, is that your column should not expose to the wall. Right. Second thing means what? When you place your column and at the time of analysis, if you feel, or if you get that you are not, if you feel that you are not getting the proper safe design of your column, then you can change the orientation of column also, so that it will give the proper design, or you can say the uh, strong design in that direction. If you know that if this is your column, if this is your axis of xx and yy, then this column, if you find the moment of inertia about x-axis, then that will be 1 by 12 bd cube. So as soon as the this value, d value is more, the moment of inertia will be more, and the moment of inertia is nothing but the strength of the particular element in that direction. So once, if by providing this type of column, this way of column orientation, suppose यहाँ पे आपने ऐसा column orientation रखा है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, and by analyzing, by designing this column, if this column is not giving the safer design, what you can do is you can either change the cross section of column. By changing the cross section of column, first check whether you are getting the safer design or not. Second thing, by changing the percentage of steel, you can check whether by providing additional reinforcement, whether you are getting the safer design or not. And third is by changing the orientation of column. This is the most important part we need to see at the time of column orientation, that what if you are not getting the check, then you can change the orientation of column and check whether you are getting the safer design or not. मीन्स ये पहले मैंने जो बताया वैसा रखा, उससे अगर मैं ऐसे भी इस तरीके से अगर कॉलम में रखूँ, and if I am getting the safer design, that means I can do this type of column position also, right? So which is depend on the moment of inertia, in which direction, if you are not getting the safer design, you can change the orientation and you can find the, or you can make the safer design. So maybe if you have seen any site or any uh, building, in that you might have noted that some of the column is having the same orientation, and in between some of the columns orientations are different. So that different is because rather changing the cross section of column and the percentage of steel, and if that orientation, if it is not obstruct the expo, or is not exposed to the wall, you can change the orientation. So sometimes in ground floor, or you can say in this parking area also, you have seen that the column orientations are different at different location. So reason behind that is why the same orientation is not provided, because sometimes the load coming from the top portion on that particular column won't give the safer design by that orientation, so you can change that, right? So this way you can provide columns at the corners and at the junction of walls, right? Again, the orientation matters more because it will give the strength in the stronger direction. So once you are not getting the check for the column, you can provide the, or you can change the orientation. Right? Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Right. So
Yes, ma'am.
doing, I'm just removing this all thing and I will place the column. As it is center line आपको समझ में आ गया, so I'm just removing this. So now I'm placing the column. Right, so I will provide column over here and again ऐसे सेंटर लाइन पे आप कर रहे हो, लेकिन जब आप देखोगे तो बाहर के सरफेस में ऐसा नहीं होगा कॉलम आपका. ठीक है, तो this, and I'm not able to rotate this, so my column orientation are same in this diagram. I have center line plan and I have the column placing in my can provide over here also. So these are the column places. Okay, once you provide the column spaces, the next thing is to join this column by the beams, right? So as you know that there are two type of beams available. One is known as the main beam and second one is known as the secondary beam. Main beam is the beam which is connected by the column, that is called the main beam, and secondary beam which are not directly connected by the column, right? So here in this case, if you join this two column by this line or by this, जो आपने डॉटेड किया था उसके ऊपर ही आपको ये लाइन बनाना है. So that seems to be the beam. So this is your beam. Here also this will be the beam, right? This one is also your beam. This is also beam. This one is also one beam. अभी आपका विंडो डोर वो कुछ नहीं होगा, आपका सेंटर लाइन ही आपको देखना है. दिस विल बी योर बीम. ये भी आपका बीम होगा, ये भी आपका बीम होगा, राइट? दिस इज ऑल्सो योर बीम. दिस वन इज ऑल्सो योर बीम. दिस इज ऑल्सो योर बीम. सॉरी, दिस इज ऑल्सो योर बीम, राइट? आपका ये पूरा यहाँ से बीम होगा. दिस वन इज ऑल्सो योर बीम. Right, so these are your beams. All this color is your beams, right? Now now I'm giving the notation of the beam. अभी आपको ना notation भी देना होता है, nomenclature बोलते हैं उसको. That you need to give numbering to your beam or structural element. Why you require that? Because your building, multi-story buildings are having number of beams, number of columns, number of slab. So at the time of analysis and design, you can do the grouping of each and every member. आप grouping कर सकते हो. Grouping का मतलब क्या हुआ? Those elements which are having the same type of specification, you can do the grouping of all that and do the one single design. उसका आप single design कर सकते हो. For that you require to do the grouping, right? So for grouping you require to give the numbering or node numbering to each and every element. तो वो कैसे करते हैं? तो आपको क्या करना है, द वेरी फर्स्ट द procedure to give the numbering is, you can start with topmost left side of your member. You can finish all your member which is in x direction, then after you can start with the member in y direction. So I'm giving the numbering like this is my beam. If I'm giving beam, so I'm giving b1. Right, now the beams are having two types, main beam also and secondary beam also. Main beam भी होता है, secondary beam भी होता है. So I can give my main beam name, symbolic name as MB1, that is main beam, and secondary beam को I can give the number as SB1. Right, अभी मैं B1 B2 ही लिख रही हूँ, but if you want you can give this as MB1. ये भी MB2. Why main beam? Because this beam is connected with this two column, this is connected with this two column, right? Then coming to this, अभी टॉप से स्टार्ट किया हमने, ये खत्म हो गया, अभी नीचे जाना है. अभी यहाँ पे देखो, ये जो बीम है, ये this portion of beam is only having the column support, but this portion, ये जो बीम है, this is not supported by the second column which is supported by this wall, right? So this is my MB3. Okay, this is my MB3. Then this one is MB4, MB5, then MB6, MB7. So I have finished all the numbering in X direction. Now MB7 हो गया, अभी MB8 in Y direction. तो ये है मेरा फर्स्ट, टॉप से ही, टॉप लेफ्ट से फाइंड करना, स्टार्ट करना है. सो दिस इज माय MB8. फिर ये जो है ये होगा मेरा MB9. फिर ये जो है ये मेरा हो गया MB10. ठीक है, फिर बीच में मैंने यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं रखा है, बीच में आई हैव नॉट प्रोवाइडेड एनीथिंग, राइट? So MB10, so this is MB11, this is MB12, then this is 13, 14, 15, right? So here the 15 numbers of main beams are available in this plan. 15 numbers of main beams are available, right? Now these are the all number to the beams. Now here one more secondary beam is available, and this is your secondary beam 1 over here. And as I want to convey, or I want to cover all the elements, structural element in this plan only. All the structural element मतलब कि मुझे आपको यही प्लान में टू वे स्लैब की डिज़ाइन भी करवानी है. I want to do one way slab design also in the same plan. So to do that, what I am doing, I am just डिवाइडिंग दिस एरिया. ये जो पूरा एरिया है उसको मुझे डिवाइड करना है, ये जो पूरा एरिया है उसको डिवाइड करना है. सो दैट डिविजन आई एम डूइंग बाय प्रोवाइडिंग वन मोर बीम हियर इन दिस इन बिटवीन. मतलब अगर ये जो भी डिस्टेंस है आपका सेंटर टू सेंटर, उसके हाफ डिस्टेंस पे मैं ये एक बीम प्रोवाइड करती हूँ. So this area I have divided with this beam, right, with this beam, and this beam is your secondary beam SB2 because that is supported on the wall. That is supported on the wall. So there are two beams available, right? One is secondary beam 1 and here secondary beam 2. Okay. Once you place your beam, once you place your column, the remaining part will directly become your slab. Remaining part directly will become your slab. So अगर आप इसका देखो तो ये जो पार्ट है इतना जो मैं हैश लाइन पे कर रही हूँ, right? So this will become your slab, right? The area enclosed by the beam column will automatically form your slab. This is also your slab, right? This will also become your slab, right? This will also become your slab, right? This will also become your slab, and this part also will become your slab, right? If you wish, you can again provide one secondary beam over here also, so that आपका जो ये बीच का जो स्लैब है ये इतना हो जाएगा, दिस वे इतना सा स्लैब होगा, और ये स्लैब भी इतना हो जाएगा, राइट? So the area enclosed by the beam and column will become the area of the slab. Now once you got the slab, आपको स्लैब को भी नंबरिंग करना है, राइट? सो हाउ टू डू नंबरिंग ऑफ स्लैब? So this is your slab 1. I am giving the numbering as slab 1. ये है मेरा slab 2. Right. This will become my slab 3. इतना छोटा सा एरिया. This will become my slab 4. Right. This is my slab 5. This is my slab 6. And this one is my slab 7. Right. So there are 7 type of slabs are available in this plan, 1 to 7. All these are the different boundary condition. All these slabs are maybe of one way slab or maybe two-way slab, right? Then column numbering हमारा रह गया है, so I'm giving column numbering also. So this is C1 column, C2 column, C3 column, right? Then this is C4 column, C5 column, then C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, here C11 and C12, right? So one single unit, if you can see over here, 12 numbers of column, मतलब आपको 12 कॉलम की डिज़ाइन करनी है, and all this column will have the footings. If we consider isolated footing, then all these 12 number will have 12 isolated footings. You can do combined footing also as per the situation that we will see later on. So as far as right now, if we consider the 12 numbers column, so 12 number of footing, then you have 15 numbers of main beam, right? Then you have 7 number of slab, right? So for each one particular floor, I am talking about one particular floor is having total this many analysis and design. सेकेंडरी बीम भी है, सो सेकेंडरी बीम आपके 3 है, 2 नो, अगर यहाँ पे आप डालोगे यहाँ पे तो ये हो गया आपका SB3. So there are 3 secondary beam. So all this analysis, all this design you need to perform for a single floor. Then if the design is, if the plan is same throughout the number of story, then that will remain same for each and every story. If it is not, then for that particular floor also you are going to do the design analysis and design as per this criteria, right? Okay, any doubt till this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, one two criteria that you need to keep in mind while doing or while placing of a column and beam. As I have provided one additional beam over here, my intention was to give you the each and every sample design of the element, that is two-way, one-way, continuous length, right? Second purpose to provide this column, sorry, beam over here is, suppose this is your length. अब ये लेंथ कितना होगा आपका? Just calculate this. What will be this length? What will be this length? Quickly calculate. Anyways, if you don't want to answer, so I'm assuming this is my 4.75. So 4.75 plus 0.2, so 4.95. Just I'm taking this as 4.95.
मैम 3.9 થશે ને?
हाँ मैम.
3.9. So this is my 3.9 meter. And what will be this? Vertical 4.75 plus
5.05.
yes 5.05. राइट. सो दिस इज माय टोटल एरिया. यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक का मुझे मैंने यहाँ पे ये by placing column and beam I have this dimension. Now generally if your beam length is if it is more than 3 meter, 4 meter or 5 meter, the by by doing the design you will get the beam dimension or cross section heavy cross with the heavy dimension or heavy cross section you will get if your beam length is more, because you need to satisfy the deflection criteria must for the beam. So to satisfy the deflection criteria, the depth of the beam will increase, capital D, right? And if it is increased, then what will happen? By providing this beam over here, sometimes it happened that this beam will depth will expose to the floor or expose to your ceiling, right? So to avoid this what you can do is either you can provide one uh, either you can provide column element in between the beam to reduce the length of the beam. मतलब कि अगर मुझे इसका अगर ये 5.05 इसको मुझे reduce करना है, so what I can do is I can provide one additional column over here. यहाँ पे 5.05 के सेंटर पे मैं ये ऐसा एक कॉलम यहाँ पे प्रोवाइड कर सकती हूँ. So that now what will happen, my length of this beam will reduce. Now I can consider the beam length, ये इतना होगा 5.05 का मैंने चेंज कर दिया लेंथ, ये यहाँ से इतना होगा और यहाँ से इतना होगा. रिमेंबर इन मल्टी स्टोरी ऑल दिस बीम मोस्ट प्रोबेबली यू नीड टू डिजाइन एज अ कंटिन्यूअस मेंबर. ठीक है, तो ये 5 में, तो यहाँ पर भी ये जो बीम होगा ये आप दोनों कंटिन्यूस मेंबर से ही डिजाइन करोगे. बट अगर ये सिंगल बीम है तो ये हो जाएगा आपका 2 स्पान कंटिन्यूस. बट अगर आपने ये कॉलम यहाँ बीच में डाल दिया देन इट विल बिकम 3 स्पान कंटिन्यूस. अगर 2 स्पान कंटिन्यूस होता तो ये 5.05 मीटर की वजह से आपको डेप्थ कुछ ज़्यादा मिलेगा और यहाँ पे डेप्थ कम मिलेगा। अभी ऐसा तो आप ऐसा इसमें क्या होगा कि ये सीलिंग पे आपका जो भी बीम का डेप्थ है वो एक्सपोज होगा, यहाँ पे नहीं होगा। सो टू मेक इट you know with providing proper you can say the uh, spacing to your ceiling, what you can do is you can provide this column over here। यहाँ पे ये कॉलम प्रोवाइड कर दो तो आपने ये जो बीम है उसको दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया। सो दिस वन इज द वन अरेंजमेंट यू कैन डू टू रिड्यूस द लेंथ ऑफ द बीम, राइट। ऐसा आप कर सकते हो। अभी दूसरी अरेंजमेंट व्हाट यू कैन डू इज कि अगर आपको कॉलम नहीं प्रोवाइड करना, इफ आर्किटेक्ट इज नॉट रेडी टू प्रोवाइड द और टू अकोमोडेट दैट कॉलम ओवर हियर फॉर द आर्किटेक्चर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, देन यू कैन प्रोवाइड, अगर ये 5 होंगे उसके हाफ सेंटर पे या फिर यहाँ पे यू कैन प्रोवाइड वन सेकेंडरी बीम। यहाँ पे ऐसे सेकेंडरी बीम प्रोवाइड कर दो, राइट। सो दिस वे ऑल्सो यू हैव रिड्यूस योर लेंथ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्या होगा, ये बीम पे ये सेकेंडरी बीम का सपोर्ट आ जाएगा। सो अगेन यू नीड टू डिजाइन बाय दिस वे 3 span continuous. So this we will see later on at the time of analysis, but you can do like this to reduce the length of the span, right। Then next thing कि मैंने यहाँ पे क्या किया, आई वॉन्ट टू, अगर कभी ऐसा हो कि आपको स्लैब, अगर स्लैब जब भी फॉर्म होता है, देन इन योर प्लान इफ यू आर गेटिंग दैट ऑल द स्लैब्स यू आर गेटिंग एज टू वे स्लैब, अगर हर कोई स्लैब आपका टू वे स्लैब होता है, एंड इफ यू वांट टू गो विद द वन वे स्लैब, देन इन दैट केस ऑल्सो आइदर यू कैन प्रोवाइड और यू कैन प्रोवाइड द सेकेंडरी बीम इन बिटवीन दिस स्लैब, मतलब ऐसे यहाँ पे कर दो। सो ऐसे बीम ओरिएंटेशन यू नीड टू डू सो दैट इट विल गिव यू द वन वे स्लैब। तो यहाँ से ऐसे करें, मे बी आपको वन वे स्लैब मिल जाए, राइट। सो दिस वे यू कैन डू बाय योर चॉइस फॉर द टू वे स्लैब और वन वे स्लैब एरिया, राइट। So this is all about how you can convert your architecture plan into center line plan, and how you can locate your structural member like column, beam and slab area, और जहाँ जहाँ पे बीम होगा वहाँ पे आपका मेसनरी वॉल होगा, राइट। तो यहाँ पे ये जो भी जगह है वहाँ पे आपका मेसनरी वॉल होगा, मे बी मोर थिकनेस ऑफ वॉल और सम पार्टीशन वॉल इन बिटवीन। तो वैसा आपका वॉल का भी नंबरिंग, या फिर आप यू कैन गेट द आइडिया, बिकॉज वॉल वाई यू रिक्वायर्ड एट द टाइम ऑफ कॉलम लोड you required to transfer your wall load also. Now I'm sure that you are knowing that how the load path mechanism works in the multi-story building. Again, I am repeating that very first thing that you need to do for the load path is you need to transfer the slab load. You need to transfer the, आपका कंस्ट्रक्शन बॉटम से स्टार्ट होता है, फर्स्ट विल बी द फुटिंग, उसके बाद कॉलम आएगा, फिर बीम आएगा और उसके बाद स्लैब आएगा, देन वॉल्स आएगा। But at the time of designing, very first you need to design your slab. Once your slab you design that slab load, you need to transfer to the supporting beam, right। अगर दो बीम है, सेकेंडरी बीम एंड मेन बीम, सो वेरी फर्स्ट द मेन बीम पे ट्रांसफर करो और सेकेंडरी बीम स्लैब का लोड मेन बीम पे ट्रांसफ़र करो, राइट। अगर सेकेंडरी बीम है तो वेरी फर्स्ट स्लैब लोड विल ट्रांसफर टू सेकेंडरी बीम, एंड सेकेंडरी बीम का रिएक्शन मेन बीम पे आएगा, राइट। देन बीम टू कॉलम, and column with masonry wall and all together, will transfer to the footing. Right, so this way, this is the load path mechanism in multi-story building. So we also will start with the slab design very first. Slab की design होने के बाद we'll calculate the loads acting on the all supporting secondary beam and main beam. Main beam का analysis और design करो, उसके बाद ही आप कॉलम के ऊपर लोड कितना आता है दैट यू कैन फाइंड, एंड कॉलम का लोड आपको टॉप से लेके बॉटम तक फाइंड करना है, and that whole load you need to transfer to the footing. Right, then after you need to decide whether which footing you are going to provide. Is it a isolated footing, pad footing or combined footing, depend on the situation. अगर दो कॉलम बहुत नज़दीक है, मतलब if it is too near to each other, ऐसे दो कॉलम, and if you are not getting the proper area of individual कॉलम के लिए अगर आपको ऐसा ओवरलैप हो जाता है इस तरीके से, अगर इंडिविजुअल कॉलम आप करते हो, सॉरी इंडिविजुअल आइसोलेटेड फुटिंग करते हो, सो बेटर वे इज टू गो विद द combined footing. So in that case you can go with the combined footing by providing a single footing which will accommodate both your column. So if the column distance between each other is too less, so that you cannot accommodate the single isolated footing for both this column, you can go with the combined footing. Same way अगर safe bearing capacity आपका soil का कम है, then better you go with the combined footing. Right, so these are the ways where you can go with the combined footing rather than the isolated footing. Right, okay, now coming to the how you can transfer the loads, one way load and two way load, how you can transfer the loads. Now as I explained that very first you need to design your slab, and for slab design you need to identify whether that slab is one way slab or two way slab. So this is my arrangement for the column. It is not necessary that you are also thinking the same. Right, अगर आपको कुछ और कॉलम का पोजीशन रखना है, then you can do that type of column positioning also. So that is individual's choice for the position of column. तो ये सब है आपकी. यहाँ पे कॉलम की कोई ज़रूरत है नहीं. राइट, और सेकेंडरी बीम भी मैं रख देती हूँ यहाँ पर. सो दिस इज माय सेकेंडरी बीम, जिसको वन वे स्लैब में कन्वर्ट करना है. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव right. Okay, now how the loads are transferred. Slab load to beam. अभी फटाफट से मुझे ये डायमेंशन दे दो. Center to center of this and center to center of this. This is 2.5 plus 0.2, 2.7, और ये हो गया 3 plus 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3.3. 3. 3.3 हुआ था, ठीक है चलो कोई नहीं, 3.3. Now this is forming your slab area S1, right? ओके अभी इसका Ly by Lx फाइंड करो. Ly is the longer dimension, Lx is the shorter dimension. So what is Ly by Lx?
1.22.
Ly by Lx कितना हुआ? 1.22.
2.
1.22 is less than 2. Which type of slab is this?
Two-way slab.
So slab is two-way slab. Right. Now as I explained, this slab weight you need to transport to supporting beams, whether it is secondary or main beam. यहाँ पर तो all are the main beams. अभी slab का load transfer कैसे होता है? This is as I have explained this also in your first DOS 1. So if this is Lx, this one is Ly, right? So slab का load कैसे transfer होगा? The slab load is transferred as 2 trapezoidal and 2 trapezoidal and 2 triangle. And trapezoidal जो area है that will transfer to the longer side and triangle area will transfer to the shorter side. Right? तो यहाँ पे ये है आपका shorter side, तो यहाँ से आपका ये होगा इस तरीके से. राइट. और कैसे होगा ट्रांसफर? आपको ऐसे बताना है. ये एरो यहाँ पे बताना कि ये ट्राइंगल का एरिया ये बीम पे जा रहा है, इसका ये बीम पे जा रहा है. राइट. तो ये ट्राइंगल हो गया. और ट्रेपेजोइडल का क्या होगा? ट्रेपेजोइडल में ये बीम पे जा रहा है, लाइक दिस. लाइक दिस. तो यहाँ से ये यहाँ पे ऐसे जाएगा. So this is about one slab S1 जो हमने आगे डिस्कस किया था वो. This is about S1 slab load distribution to supporting beam. सेम वे आपका ये भी स्लैब है, यहाँ पे ये भी पूरा आपका स्लैब है. तो उसके लिए भी आपको चेक करना है आपका डायमेंशन. चलो फटाफट से आई वांट टू शो यू कि एक बीम पे कितने स्लैब के लोड होते हैं. चलो ये कितना होगा? And what will be this? This is 1.5 meter wide, so 1.5 plus 0.2, 1.7 हो गई. ये कितना होगा? चेक करो, यहाँ से ये फाइंड कर लो. ये इतना, ये तो 2.7 है, फिर ये कितना है? नहीं, आपको तो ये पूरा लेंथ भी मिल जाएगा. ये हमने फाइंड किया था ना अभी, कितना था?
3.9.
ये 3.9 था.
हाँ.
और ये
3.2 होगा.
हाँ, दिस इज 3.2. सो 3.9 प्लस 3.9 प्लस 3.2, सो ये पूरा 7.1 है. बराबर. तो 7.1 में से माइनस 2.7 करो तो 4.4. ये हो गया आपका 4.4 मीटर. चलो नाउ चेक विच टाइप ऑफ स्लैब इज दिस. Ly by Lx 4.4 by 7 1.7.
2.5.
2.58 Ly by Lx greater than 2. Which type of slab is this?
वन वे स्लैब।
West left.
वन वे स्लैब, ठीक है। अभी वन वे स्लैब का कैसे होता है, क्विकली आई एम शोइंग यू। दिस इज योर वन वे स्लैब सपोज, राइट, एंड दिस इज योर ly, longer dimension, Lx, as you know, one way slab deflect only in one direction and the support or the load are transferred to the longer dimension, तो डिफ्लेक्ट होगा वो शॉर्टर में, तो जो सपोर्टिंग बीम है उसके ऊपर इस तरीके से उसका लोड ट्रांसफर होगा, लाइक दिस, हाफ द वे लोड, राइट। तो अगर यहाँ पे मुझे लोड ट्रांसफर करना है तो दैट लोड ट्रांसफर विल बी, ये शॉर्टर विड्थ का हाफ होगा एंड देन आफ्टर यू नीड टू ट्रांसफर लाइक दिस। ये ऐसे आपको ये दिखाना है कि 4.4 मीटर वाला जो बीम है उसके ऊपर स्लैब का लोड आएगा। 1.7 पे इज देयर एनी लोड फ्रॉम दिस स्लैब? Are you able to see any load on 1.7 from the slab? ये 1.7 मीटर का जो बीम है उसके ऊपर स्लैब का कोई लोड जा रहा है?
नो।
नो, ठीक है। तो ये सब चीज आपको ध्यान रखनी है एट द टाइम ऑफ बीम एनालिसिस। जब बीम का लोडिंग फाइंड करोगे आप, देन यू नीड टू सी वेदर दिस 1.7 मीटर इज हैविंग एनी स्लैब लोड और नॉट। तो स्लैब लोड नहीं है। ये जो बीम है, ये बीम पे कितना लोड आ रहा है, कौन सा लोड आ रहा है? ट्रेपेजोइडल,
यस।
राइट। और यहाँ से भी कोई लोड आएगा, मे बी, डिपेंड, ये एरिया कितना है इसके ऊपर देखना पड़ेगा कि ये स्लैब का कोई लोड इतने पोर्शन के बीम में आता है कि नहीं आता है, राइट। फिर ये 2.7 मीटर है, उसके ऊपर ये ट्राइंगल लोड आता है। फिर ये जो बीम है उसके ऊपर भी ट्राइंगल लोड आता है। लाइकवाइज यू नीड टू डू बिफोर स्टार्टिंग विथ beam analysis and design, you need to go with this diagram। आपको ये डायग्राम करना है। So what you need to do in exercise, that you need to do center line plan first thing, you need to find out all these dimensions, second thing you need to place your column, beam and slab with numbering in the same plan। You need to do this thing, this fourth thing in this plan only। Then next what you need to do, you need to do only the slab numbering। ऐसा ही फिर से प्लान ड्रॉ करो सेंटर लाइन का, उसमें सिर्फ स्लैब बताओ, मतलब स्लैब बताओ इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि कॉलम और बीम का लाइन होने के बाद जो स्पेस बचता है वो स्पेस में देखो कि विच एरिया इज लाइज इन टू वन वे स्लैब और टू वे स्लैब। डिपेंड ऑन दैट वन वे एंड टू वे स्लैब, एज आई एक्सप्लेन वन वे स्लैब distribution also and two way slab distribution also, you need to do for each and every this area। ये एरिया के लिए भी आपको करना है, इसके लिए करो, इसके लिए करो, इसके लिए करो और इसके लिए करो। ये सबको चेक करो वन वे में जा रहा है कि टू वे में जा रहा है, एंड यू नीड टू परफॉर्म दिस लोड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इन योर सेकंड प्लान। दो प्लान ड्रॉ करो, एक में सेंटर लाइन बताओ, एक में कॉलम नंबर, बीम नंबर, स्लैब नंबर बताओ। सेकंड प्लान ड्रॉ करो, उसमें सिर्फ ये स्लैब का डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टू सपोर्टिंग बीम। क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So this is all about how you can change, how you can convert your architecture plan into center line, how you can locate beam, how you can locate column, how you can generate area for the slab, how you can identify one way slab or two way slab, how you can place orientation of column, right, how you can reduce the beam width, what are the function of secondary beam, how the load transfer from slab to beam, beam to column, column to footing, and how you can distribute your slab load into supporting beams, right? So this is all about this is all about you need to do for the exercise before coming to the second lecture. And one more thing I would like to show you that this is my plan. ये मैंने जो बनाया है वो, right? This is my center line plan. ये ऐसा मैंने center line plan बनाया है. This way you need to do. Right. This ME stands for, यहाँ पे आप जो ME देख रहे हो, this ME stands for external masonry. External masonry. This is called internal masonry. Right. ये मेरे slabs है. All these are my slab. Clear? This is my secondary view. And this all other dimension. आपको ये बनाना है. Very first you need to do this. And second में आपको क्या करना है? Second में you need to draw this type of figure. ये distribution बताना है आपको. मैंने आपको ये distribution बताया, ये slab का और ये slab का बताया. Same way you need to do for all other slab. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
सेकंड में ये करना है, ठीक है. So yes, this is all about today's lecture. Do this. We'll start with the slab design, one-way slab, continuous slab and two-way slab design in next lecture. As far as possible, we will go somewhat in a higher speed because the lectures are less and we need to finish this multi-story design, which include one-way continuous slab, two-way continuous slab, continuous beam, column, one combined footing design, isolated footing design you have done in previous course. So we'll do one combined footing design, and the staircase design also remain. Right. So we'll try to finish all this by taking extra lectures also. Right.